Hi everybody, welcome back to the Shoe Shed. This is going to be a two-part video on preparing this fleece, which is called Gotland. It is picking it, carding it, spinning it, and then making it into these slippers. Bit of a surprise with these slippers. We'll get back to that in part 2. But anyway, here we go. Let's get started. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Shoe Shed. What we're going to do, this is going to be part 1 of 2 parts, and we're going to get this fleece. If you saw the video where what's in the bag, this was one of them, and this is the scoured Gotland fleece, so it has been washed, it has not been picked, and it has not been carded. So we're going to go through the process of picking and carding. So this is the fleece when it comes out of the bag, and we are going to put it through the carder. So this big beast my husband made for me, and you can see it's a bit like a weapon of mass destruction for wool. Lots and lots of nails on there, and nails on the handle. And what we do, line that up, this handle slides backwards and forwards and we'll pick the wool. So the wool here, you can see it's got bits in it, and you can hand pick that out, and it is laborious, time consuming, and that one small bag would probably take me a couple of hours to pick. So this over here is going to make this a lot easier. So grab the wool, we place it in there like that, and then you can see it's taking the wool to the other end. There we go. Comes out a lot fluffier, and you can see some dirt and VM, vegetation matter, coming out of it. And you know, there's little bits there, and so we just keep processing that until we have a big bucket of it ready to card. And that's what we'll do next. Okay, so when we are carding, grab your picked fleece and we bring it over to the Ute carder. Love this one. This is a huge carder. It's quite big. A lot of the carders you get will be half the size, and I thought, well, if I'm going to buy one and spend all that money, I may as well get a pretty decent one. They're not cheap. Cheapest I saw was about 500, and this is just over 800. So yeah. So what we do is we get the fleece and we spread it out, put it in there like that, and then turn the handle. Now you can see the two barrels working next to each other, those little pins. They actually go against each other, and it spreads out and combs, is probably the easiest way to explain, the fleece. Now some fleece will take 2 goes. Some, if you want to make it extra fluffy, might take 3 goes. So you can see I've picked some alpaca here. It's very, very, very fine, very soft, and I run it through 2 to 3 times. Now this one is a lot coarser, and I'm going to end up running this through 4 to 5 times. Put some more. Now the only downfall, I suppose, is the more you card, the more you lose the separation of colours. They blend. Okay, so let's get some more. Don't overfill the carder, and I've got to be careful not to put it past these knobs here, and just in between. This also makes this job a lot easier and less laborious, because doing it with a hand carder takes forever. Now, when we see some VM we might have missed, and you'll always miss something, pull it out. So I start going a little slower just to make sure. There we go, there's another one. And another one there. Okay. Alright. So you can see that it's starting to pack up. So we have a trick to get over that, and it's this brush thing here. Alright, so we push that down, make sure it's tight, and then it pushes all in, so it packs a lot tighter. So let's get some more. Some more. Oh, see, you can see how big it is. Right. Okay, I think I might be able to fit one more lot on that. Alrighty, so that looks like it's packed in nice and tightly. Now the next step is getting it off. That's where we get this. We run this through and gently pick it up, making sure Alright, not to pierce the pink stuff, which is a rubber. You want to be as gentle as possible. Alright, and then we gently pull it back. Also need to remember that we need to take this off, and then we go backwards. Oh, more VM. Okay. So I try and get all this out as I go. It just makes it a lot easier than cleaning it afterwards. I have tried both ways. This is much easier. And more VM. Alright, so you roll it off as you go. I'm going to pause there, get it off, and come back to you. A bit hard to do it with one hand. Okay, so we've got it off the carder now, and you can see it's all fluffy still. We'll need to run it through a couple more times, and probably another 3 times, and then I'll just keep going, do another bat and another bat until all of that is done. And here is one I prepared earlier. So this is one I did earlier. So it is, I don't know whether you can see, but it is much fluffier than this, so it's more pulled out and more of a finer and thread, I suppose you could say, and therefore it should be easier to spin. You can see it's also, I don't know whether you can tell, it's hard to see, it is more combined as well. And unfortunately we don't have touch vision, so you'll just have to take my word for it that is a lot softer than this one, and I need to run this through a few more times. So I can tell the difference, but I don't know whether you can on the video. Okay, so what I am planning to do, I have to finish a slipper that I was making. I've got half a slipper left to do, the other one's done, and also hopefully make a matching beanie, and then see part 2 for how I spin it.